Yeah. Okay. Uh, yeah. As I mentioned, so I started off 1 year back and started off with like a very low rate of $8 an hour. Now I'm at $35 an hour, and yeah, so it's going well. Just taken one project right now. I keep getting um, I keep getting messages from clients regarding projects. So yeah, how did I start off? Is it's very simple. When you go to find work, right? So I don't know if you guys have made your Upwork profile or something. If you haven't, you can make it. It's free of cost. Um, that is not the difficult part. Like making an Upwork profile is not a difficult part. Uh, you have to you have to decide what you're going to sell on Upwork, right? Like what service you want to sell on Upwork. That is the choosing it and correctly portraying, making your profile in such a way to correctly portray your skill set to the clients. That is the tough part. Uh, so we'll go step by step. So I don't have a I don't have a presentation, but I'll just mention the steps. Okay. So okay. I'll share the notes if I make something. Sticky notes takes so much time to. I'll close this. Okay. So step one is list down your what you're good at, your skill set. Like complete list. Oh my God. Okay. Step two is find out which skills have demand. Okay. Step three, find out, check out profiles of successful freelancers in your skill set, uh, and learn from it. Learn from their profiles. And step four, make your profile keeping in mind certain keywords and taglines. Okay. So yeah. Um, so list down your skill set. So I'll just tell what I did. Right. So for me, my skill set was Python, uh, right? Like this is a programming language, and what else? I knew, for example, so like there are like a lot of stuff that you can do with Python. So you can do something like automation, something like scraping, something like mm, machine learning. You can do web development also using Python. So I'll just say, yeah, so this is basically my software skill set. I know like little bit of React and JavaScript stuff like that, but not much. Like when I started off, this is what I knew, these things. In that also, like I was like mostly in this area, right? Uh, so what I did was I searched, like literally the first step. What I did, I searched for Python, right? This is find work, right? Like so you search the jobs that have this keyword. Yeah. So as you can see, you will see somewhere, yeah, over here, you will see the total jobs. Where is the total job? Hmm. Somewhere there is total jobs. But as you can see, so entry level Python is 472, intermediate is 5200, expert is 3600. In all, like total of more than 9000, you can see in Python, right? So the reason why I'm counting this is because to know the client demand key, what people want, right? Uh, Key, what jobs the clients are posting, basically. And you can see this is sorted by newest, right? So this is like 1 minute ago, 2 minute ago, 3 minute ago. Like you can see every minute, some Python related job is posted. What this means is that there is demand, right? There is demand for this skill set. Uh, so that is a good sign, right? So what you guys need to do is list down your skill sets one by one. Like it could be 10, it could be 20, it could be two, whatever. And then check for each thing or what thing has demand, right? So I'm assuming that these skills you'll be good at, and then what things has demand in it, right? So that's why I realized ki okay, so Python is good. There was another thing that I knew how to do. Yeah, I was good at data structures and algorithms, and I typed data structures, right? I was good at it, so I thought, okay, I will do this. But as you can see, there's like what hardly less than 500 jobs, and 7 hours before yesterday, so there's like not much demand in it. So it could happen that you are good at something, but उसका demand नहीं है, or it could also happen that उसका demand है, but clients they are not using this word for that for searching that. So they could search for a different word when they mean this kind of job. So that you have to. The reason I'll tell you why this keywords are important. It's actually very important. So we'll look at it later. So that's why I scrapped the data structures part. Then I searched algorithms. Yeah, as you can see, this is also like more than 1,000, but still like not as compared to Python, which is like 9,000, right? And yeah, so this is like a 1 hour, 2 hour, so not much demand, right? Whereas Python, there was demand. And then I tried to like go deep into it, like automation and scraping. Let's say I searched for scraping, and there is a somewhat demand. There is like 3,000, and you can see 33 minutes, 47 minutes. And there was some demand, and I was good at it also. I had done like scraping projects, a lot of scraping projects. So I started off with this. As you can see in my profile, like the first few jobs I did was scraping. Then I realized though there is demand in it, but there is not much demand. And also one another thing is there are like many Python developers who could do scraping work, like scraping a website and stuff like that. So ultimately, I decided that I was not getting like much work in it because yeah, there is like little demand and there is a lot of supply. Simple. So I knew that I had to do something else. Then I looked at automation. So I then typed Python automation. Yeah, Python automation, as you can see, like not still like less only. Uh, and it's like a very vague word, the automation. A lot of people will just use it. So was not getting much in this also. Uh, this was going on. Yeah, so this was going on. That is when the AI wave came and I just got onto it, and then I realized the power of the AI and the LLMs, large language models, and I started reading about it. I started playing around with it, um, and then I went deep into the prompt engineering. I thought like Prompt engineering is the thing. Uh, I studied a lot about prompt engineering and soon realized कि and in between there was a period when something like that came कि some scale AI is offering $300,000 package to prompt engineer. They're hiring prompt engineers. So yeah, like a lot of people got excited and jumped onto prompt engineering, but soon they realized कि no, there is no demand for prompt engineering. Like at least there is no. It is a valuable skill to have, but there is no jobs or freelance for prompt engineering, right? At least very little. So, but then I realized कि development along with LLM APIs that is a huge thing, and its applications are huge. I started studying it, and as you can see now, my profile is filled with LLMs, GPT-3, AI chatbots, ChatGPT, Python, machine learning. All my just finished a long-term project which also was a chatbot, which is a complicated chatbot. And all my projects in past 6 7 months are all related to LLM APIs, like large language models and stuff like that. How I decided I want to do this is I saw, and I searched actually, I did all these searches. I searched for GPT-3. Okay, maybe it's using some different word, but see, I think like this word was mentioned in a competitor's profile. I mean, like a fellow freelancer's profile. So that's why I took it. But yeah, I have searched these words. Let's see, LLM. So they don't use these words, but let's say chatbot. Yeah. So kind of like there is a lot of demand for it. Okay. Hmm. At least like nowadays it is like, but when I checked it around 7 8 months back when I typed these words, right? There was like a huge uh, lot of jobs in this. Now it is showing less. But yeah, at that time it was like huge. It just came out and people were posting a lot of things. So you can see that was a lot of demand. Uh, yeah. Also, it could happen that for example, in these there are some keywords for which there could be less jobs, but the clients they are like high-paying clients, they are like long-term project clients. Um, yeah, right now I just keep getting messages from clients like that. Don't need to apply to the jobs also most of the times. Yeah. So yeah, this is the process basically. List down your skill set, find out which skills have demand by going through the searching the keyword and then checking out the number of things, and then you have to check out the successful freelancers in that, right? So I'll just search the other freelancers. Okay, so I put here GPT API. Okay. Um, let's say you want to like reach these are badges in Upwork. I don't know how. So basically, when you do more and more work, you get good reviews. You keep getting badges. So these are like badges that we aim for, and we'll see what these people are doing. So okay, like 94% job success. So we'll look at like really good freelancers, right? They're like $29. Okay, so this guy is $55, 100% job success, top rated badge, right? So seems like we'll check it out. We'll check his profile. What keywords he's using, right? Like you have to study, you have to go through his profile, like uska pura हर एक वर्क यू रीड, एवरीथिंग यू रीड, इन प्रोग्रेस क्या कर रहा है, उसका प्रोफाइल रेट क्या है, उसका उसका ये जो टाइटल है वो क्या, ओपन एआई डेवलपर, चैट जीपीटी एपीआई इंटीग्रेशन, बिकॉज पीपल सर्च फॉर दीज वर्ड्स, चैट जीपीटी, ओपन एआई, again, like that is just for my for my skill set. You have to search for your skill set, whatever it is. uh, yeah, so you have to study it, what they have done, because these are guys who have done it in the field, right? They have succeeded already. So yeah, it's a great learning. So even when you see these things, right, like these are all the type top posts that clients have posted. Like he is working on it, exploring AI capabilities, ChatGPT, OpenAI, software, LLM model refining, prompt engineering, optimizing platforms, the GPT project, ChatGPT database. There's like so many projects have GPT in it, ChatGPT in it. So these things you have to do for your competitors' profiles, uh, not just one. So I looked for like around 20-25 profiles. Then I selected three which I wanted to, like, I really liked their profiles, and then I like built my profile based on their profile. And yeah, that's what I did. This is the third step: checking out the profile and learning from the profile, and then you make your profile, keeping in mind those certain keywords and taglines, right? So you have to like this is very important, more important than description. This is like title is very important, because when you post, initially clients are not going to invite you for jobs, right? So you have to, when they post a job, you have to apply to it. I don't know how many guys are familiar with how it works. So this is a job that client posted. Now you can apply to it. You can apply to it like using apply now, and then you submit a proposal as to why you should be hired for this job post, stuff like that. You have to write a cover letter and stuff like that. Initially, let me like tell you, when you don't have reviews, uh, don't expect to get jobs, right? Because it's like buying a product on Amazon with no reviews. Why would people hire you, right? As simple as that. Like no doubt in it. Even you wouldn't hire, right? So you have to, initially it was like very tough for me. You have to keep applying, 50 jobs you apply, out of that, maybe two or three people will message you. If you're lucky, one will get on a call and you'll get the work. And you'll only get work that is, that no one else wants to do. Like, it's less pay and more work. Like that jobs you will get. That you have to do to get reviews, basically. Uh, I did that. Although there are like few easier methods that I'll talk about later in the call. So yeah, till now this is, so you have to apply to the cover, to the jobs, right? Like I'll charge my laptop. Because anytime if you have any questions, you can ask. Okay, any kind of feedback also. It's like I'm speaking to a laptop right now. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah. Anyways, so
hello.
when you apply to the job, right? That time, what it shows to the client is these things. So your name, your profile picture, your title, and first two lines of your description. So these are very important things,
Can you
because
hear me?
this is what the client will see. So you have to design your title and your profile picture and your first two lines very well. So this is expert vetted top 1% on Upwork. And you can see my profile also. Just one second. Top rated upper freelancer, 100% job security. Because like this is very important, first one line, first two lines, right? Yeah. And what it should contain is, should contain the keyword the client are searching for in ChatGPT, OpenAI, stuff like that. For whatever for you it is. This is important. Your first two lines, your profile picture, and obviously reviews are really important. But in the beginning you don't have it, so what can you do? You have to start off with less rate. less rate, like so that you get job. So clients will be like, this guy doesn't have any reviews. I don't have any trust whether he will do it or not. But still, since he is charging so less, so worst case I'll lose $8. Worst case I'll lose $10, like that. That is what then that is when the clients will say. Even then they won't say that. Even then they won't give. They will give you if they have no other choice. No one else wants to do. This guy is saying he will just charge $10. Okay, I'll just give. That is the case. I know it's like it's tough, no doubt. Uh, that's why I did it with the job because cannot rely on Upwork only when you're starting out. Like when it grows, then you can rely on it, right? Mm, what else? Yeah. Uh, there are ways to get reviews in an easier way, which I didn't use, which I would like to share that you can use. Mm, yeah, the one thing I wanted to mention in the cover letter, right? So it's a whole big topic that we can cover. But I will just say what worked for me. See, when you see a job post, right, like when it says, we are seeking ChatGPT customer management to assist with our project, the ideal continue. So the clients will mention the problem statement, and then you're expected to write a cover letter. So the people will write, hi, whatever the name is, hi, client name, client name. Okay. I I've been very successful in all my AI projects with a top rated badge, uh, stuff like that. People like write like this. This is like waste. This is like garbage. Why? Because everyone likes writes like this. For every job post that client posts, they get. I'll just show you. See this thing. Let's look at the find work, right? This thing is posted 7 minutes before. It has less than five proposals. Yeah. This thing is posted 15 minutes before. In 15 minutes, it already has got 5 to 10 proposals. This 19 proposal less than five. Especially in which are like good jobs, right? You see, it gets they get like basically proposals. The people keep pumping in proposals like 1 hour, 15 to 20. Within 3 4 hours, they'll get 50 proposals, right? So you have to stand out. So if you write something generic like this, your proposal will not even be opened. I'm talking about the client not even reading it once. That is what will happen. So yeah, so what I do, what ended up getting me reply from clients is I directly, they give the problem statement. Let's say it's a non-technical client. They give out a problem statement. I directly tell them the solution as to how to tackle this problem. I would use WordPress along with Node.js to tackle this because WordPress has a seamless uh, user experience when it comes to UI and stuff like that. So basically, keep sharing knowledge, and I'll keep sharing the answer to how to solve this. Basically, some people will think, okay, why are you giving it out for free? But that is what you want, what you have to do when there is so much of supply. Then you have to stand out. So the client thinks, oh, this guy is already sharing everything, so probably I'll give it to him because he really knows how to do it. Because I just mentioned laid out all the steps as to how I will do it. This is one thing that gave me like a lot of price from clients. You guys can try it out. I don't know how it will work in some other fields like finance or something. Basically you have to give before you ask. You have to give, share your knowledge, give something for free before you can ask for the job. You know, you can ask for the work on Upwork. So, are you guys with me? I can't hear you, Niharika. I didn't see the chat. You have to unmute yourself. You are muted.
Now you can hear.
Yeah. Can you speak now, Niharika?
Can you hear me now?
I
Hello.
can't hear you. Okay, I think it's because it's recorded. It's recording, that's why only. Can you write on the chat, Niharika?
Now?
Everyone else, are you understanding? Like, give me some feedback. Yes, no, questions. Are you guys there? Yeah, okay. Sahil says yes. Nikita Didi says yes.
Can you hear me
Okay.
now?
Yeah, Sahil, I can't hear you because it's recording. Can you type in the chat, please? Niharika, Sahil, you can type in the chat whatever you want to. Yeah, because some people they couldn't come here, so that's why they told me to record. I'll put it up on YouTube so that other people can also watch. What it has to do with recording, I don't know because yeah, this
Can you hear me now?
okay, let's see. Hello, can you guys speak? Yeah, can you speak, guys? Yeah, I can hear you. Okay, it has not got anything to do with it. Well, thanks, Sahil. Niharika, you can say what you want. Uh, I I think it should work. Like I have not really checked out. Can you tell me like what services you provide, Niharika? Um, hmm. So Tally is a tool, but what service you provide for clients? Sorry? No, no, but that is a tool, like, right? But what service you provide, as in like you provide like a GST filing or correct. So see, so I was just searching, right? Like we were just searching for like for works related to okay, but the clients okay, yeah. So cl what will client search bookkeeper? Okay. Yeah, so again there is some demand. There is good demand. No finance associates. Let's see, right? So let me know Niharika and Nikita Devi. What work like seems like something that you guys can do. Okay. Corporate finance. So you have to look at no, I think like this thing was so let's say finance associate, right? There's like hourly payment and इसमें mention नहीं किया कि कितना range है, but then we can see. So you guys can like search ki okay, what is your minimum hourly rate, and then you can type it over here, and then it will show like that. So let's just see one thing, right? So you see over here, it is mentioned the responsibility qualification. Yeah, and this is like an hourly job, right? This is like they'll pay you hourly. for whatever, however number of hours you work, they'll pay you for that. Um, so does that answer your question, Niharika? Like you can you can search for jobs like this and apply there. And yeah, this is like non-technical. So this is not just for coding and software. Upwork is for design, software, and all other things, like as you can see. I'm not sure about how much demand it will be there for all the fields, but yeah, that you have to look it up, by searching if there is demand for you or not. If there is like no demand for you, then maybe you can like search for try different keywords and like see if there is something that clients want. Uh, or like what other freelancers in your field are doing, like what are they doing, like if they are not on Upwork, then if some other platform, then that's something like that. So yeah, you have to just mimic what the successful freelancers are doing, as simple as that. All right. uh, okay, so anyone else has any questions? Sahil, I can hear now, so if you want to speak. um, it really depends on Nikita Didi, because you have a YouTube you have a YouTube channel with, I'm sure you don't need Upwork. You'll get clients from your YouTube channel, a lot of clients. So, let's say if someone doesn't have a YouTube channel and, they don't have anything, right? So in that they have to check, it's all demand and supply, what clients are willing to pay a person with no reviews, It's I started off with $8. You don't have to start off with that. You can start off with minimum is 3 or 5. I'm not sure. You can start off with 3, 5, 20, 10, whatever. That you have to just check out. For my field, $8 worked for my field. It was like non-AI, just Python, basic Python work. Yeah, correct, correct. Yeah, yeah. Cool. So yeah, Niharika is asking, is it safe? Upwork is ah Upwork payments, no issues. Like, payments are very safe. I'll just show a little bit. You whatever work you do in this week, you'll get paid next Friday, and everything gets tracked. So yeah, how do the clients know that this is the number of hours you worked? Is you have to, there is an Upwork app or the desktop app you open, and it will track your hours that you worked. It will take a screenshot while you are working. It will randomly take a screenshot while we are working, so that the client knows that you are not listening to music while you are working, right? So yeah, there is hourly protection, payment protection. Even like these are the number of hours I worked. Let's say the client says that you have not worked. Even let's say if I have not worked, still the client has to pay, because it's been tracked, right? Everything is being tracked. He can cancel the job if he thinks that that I am not working, but still he has to pay for the number of hours that I have already worked, right? Does that answer your question, Niharika? Okay, cool. So yeah, moving on to how to get reviews. That is the hardest part. Uh, Even on getting, I thought that when I get first review, then the life is set. I'll easily get more, but that's not the case. Like you have to get like some set of number of reviews to achieve that inbound thing. So how to get reviews? One thing is that let's say you are providing some service. Let's say Niharika is filing ITR for a colleague. Instead of taking money from him directly, tell him to post a job on Upwork, and then invite her to do that job, and then pay using Upwork. So what will happen is that Niharika will end up getting paid 15% less because of the Upwork cut. But since Niharika's friend, right? She's working for the friend. She'll get a review, right? So that 15% is like a very less value for the review. You know, this is one technique. Like take outside work on Upwork if you want to build your Upwork profile. So second thing is you can join an agency. What's an Upwork agency? We'll look at it. Let's say I search bookkeeping. I search agencies. Agency is like just a group of freelancers working together. So, if you are associated with an agency, below your profile, this thing will come up associated with this agency. So you can associate yourselves with any agency, right? What will happen is that these agencies have earned a lot of money, right? So the client trust comes from uh, this this amount on these reviews and stuff like that, right? So you can approach these agencies, tell them that I would like to work for your agency. What will end up happening is that they will take a chunk of your money. They'll take a chunk of your hourly payment, but you will end up getting the review, right? So let's say you start off with $10 an hour, but if you join an agency, they'll start you off with $20 an hour, let's say $30 an hour. They'll end up taking 50% of the cut because the agency का बहुत सारा Upwork का भी fees होता है, stuff like that. They'll end up taking 50%, but that 50% you'll get 50%, but that could also be higher than your starting price. So, you know, and then on your profile, your what will be shown is that you're earning $30 an hour instead of $10 an hour. So even though the agency pays you 50% of the money only, but still they will in the profile it will be shown that you are earning full $30 per hour. Is it like, am I making sense? Okay, I'll repeat again. Okay. So let's say I join an agency, right? And right, I join an agency, and this agency will give me work instead of me trying to search for work. The agency will provide me work because like I'm a member of the agency, right? Uh, and I can like quit the agency when I want to. That's not an issue. It's not like a job or something. So the agency will give me the job. So the burden of finding job yourself, that will go, right? That is one thing. Because in the initial, you don't have reviews. So you have to, so it's very difficult to get the job. But the agency will do that hard part for you. In return, they will take a cut of your earnings, right? So that's their profit, right? But you will end up getting the review and you will also end up getting money also, right? So that's a good way to start. But the thing here is you have to be able to convince this agency to let you work. You have to showcase your skill set because let's say if you end up getting bad work, then you will also get a bad review and the agency will also get a bad review. So the agencies are scared of that you should not do bad work. So they'll only take those people who are good at that. So is that understood, everyone? Or should I explain more? Okay, I got one response. Uh, yeah, anyone else has questions on agency? Is there anything that I should explain more? All right, okay. Uh, so yeah, guys, as you can see, the two ways are shared. One is, get outside work on Upwork so that you get the reviews. Second is you can join an agency, but like you can approach them, tell them okay, they'll probably interview you, then something like that, and then you can like if they take you, then you can join their agency. They will give you work instead of you going searching for the work. They'll take a sizable chunk of the amount, but still that will be fine for the beginning, right? So yeah, pretty much that's it, guys. This is what I had in mind. Yeah. So if you guys have any question, then you can ask. I will just write what I just spoke. So anytime you guys have any question, you can just ask. I'll share you these notes later. Jisha, how do we leave from the agency, or if I started working, don't want to continue? Okay. Yeah. So how to leave the agency? So I just made an agency. So we'll look at it. We'll look at how that works. I just made an agency 1 week back for software work, right? And not for finance. So there is two kinds of things. There is exclusive members and non-exclusive members. So exclusive members means you're only working for the agency, and non-exclusive members means you are free to take your own work as well as agency work. So you are free to do, you know. So you can based on how you negotiate, you can be exclusive or non-exclusive. I have not invited anyone to join my agency as of now. Um, so I wouldn't be the best person, but I think you have to look it up on the internet, Niharika, like how to discontinue from the agency. I think it should not be. It's like you'd stop taking the work, right? It's up to you if you want to take the work. There will be ways. I'm not 100% sure about this, but there will be ways to discontinue from the agency. Thumb button or something. LinkedIn profile in the beginning till the time I get some reviews. Can I add LinkedIn profile in the beginning? You are uh, uh, so Niharika, so you cannot leave the client hanging to dry. You will end up getting a really bad review, and also the agency will end up getting bad review. You cannot like leave the project in the middle. Your review will get screwed up, right? Um, no, no charges. You don't have to pay anything, but you will just have to pay a bad review of your for your profile. That's it. You you'll get a bad review. That's it. You don't have to pay anything. No charges. Yeah, and it also it also creates a fear in the client's mind. Now, next time they will be always afraid, what if this freelancer goes away, leaves, right? So, they'll always be afraid. In that, it just uh, disturbs the entire freelance ecosystem when someone does that, because it's like I'm working remotely. The client doesn't know where I am working from, but still he trusts that I will finish the work. But if people start doing this, that ghosting them or like leaving the project in between, then that trust will go away. It will, in the long run, it will hamper the entire freelance ecosystem, including freelancers and clients. So I recommend not to do that. You just have to add your bank account to Upwork, just the account name and the IFSC stuff. Because you'll get the payment through Upwork, not through the client. The client will pay to Upwork. Upwork will take out the service fee, and then it will pay you. So for the paying part, you'll need to put in the bank account. Except the bank account, yeah, the account details. Like it's very safe, Niharika. I can say that the Upwork payments. Uh, That is one of the selling points of Upwork, that the payments you get early payment protection. Whereas if you are working outside, right, like let's say you got clients from outside, that time there is like no surety. Let's say you worked halfway through, and then the client says, "Ki, okay, I don't want to do the project anymore." So then, who are you going to complain? But here, since there is payment protection, the client pays to Upwork before the project begins. So there is payment protection. So if the client ends in the middle, then you'll get the payment. Yeah. Yeah, Sahil asking, can I add LinkedIn profile in the beginning? Uh, I don't know what exactly you mean by adding LinkedIn profile. So let's say you're saying that you want to add the link to your LinkedIn profile? Correct. Yeah. So LinkedIn profiles पे ज़्यादा साहिल you the what will work more is that let's say just sharing like in general कि let's say if you have a YouTube account with let's say some subscribers let's say you have made any video not even a subscriber no subscriber needed you have some made already made a video on YouTube for which the client is asking like let's say the client is asking uh, for Python web development or let's say the client is asking for SQL database you have already made a video on that you can in the cover letter you can show there's a link to the see I made a video on this exact topic here's a link to it you can check out so that is a huge trust building thing in fact like one of the first jobs I got was because of a video I made so so yeah that is one YouTube video because LinkedIn से क्या पता चलेगा LinkedIn क्लाइंट के पास इतना टाइम नहीं है कि वो तुम्हारा LinkedIn प्रोफाइल खोल कर देखेगा so initially you don't have reviews. Client doesn't know who you are. They are not going to open links, your links. So you have to do something else, not other than LinkedIn. Like it could be YouTube, it could be your GitHub का कोई project. So in the cover letter you have to stand out basically, doing something. Uh, like does that answer your question, Sahil? Okay, cool. Um, yeah, there are like many ways of standing out. Uh, I'm sure like Nikita Didi will give a very good lecture on the benefits of, YouTube and Instagram followership. Uh, yeah, I think like you're getting a lot of freelance work from there also, Nikita Didi. Yeah, sure. Uh, yeah. So, yeah, what else? What else? Is there any other question? Um, yeah, I think that's all I wanted to share from my side. I will share these I'll share these notes with you all. And yeah, thank you for thank you for sticking by for 1 hour. Uh, yeah, that's it from my side. Bye bye. Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye.